good football. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cleveland Browns. The veteran Dustin Hopkins has this one teed up, and we are underway here in Cleveland. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The game's first play produces 6 yards.
Where's the wood?
Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's second. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he works free. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Tua now on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3rd and 5. They'll stay up and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. A run with Mostert up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before it was spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
To throw on second is Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep the lead at 8.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Tua. It's a slant to Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The two are going to try and throw for it, and they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Tua, the final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they'd gotten 2 for 2.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. They'll get this down to the 38. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Watson on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Oh, what a bad throw there. It's intercepted. picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Tua. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off of play action, it's Watson. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Touchdown, Browns! Nick Chubb, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Watson now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Brandon Jones picking it off. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. #1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. #2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson.
There's a short throw taken in by Bryant.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
This complete to David Bell.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw is Watson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Oh, look at this play call. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop it far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Watson. Out to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins.
Fast Money Eddie.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Miami Dolphins. Oh,
And how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Looking to pass. Tua.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's fourth down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
Fighting through it. He's got space.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
47 yards.
And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside. So he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics. And I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Goff now looks to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Goff.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Now Goff.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3. All tied up, 6-6, our score after 1. Second quarter from Miami, it's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 81 yards rushing now from Mostert as he picks up a first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. A run straight ahead with Achane. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at two-point conversions, and both failed.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more two-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Back to throw, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Throw out left, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football, has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They hand it off to Mostert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Up the middle, Achane. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd down and 4. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
165 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Here's Mostert. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Mostert. Well, he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Mostert will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll run with Mostert.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3.
Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now it's gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Here's 1st down.
Intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Good mind.